All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see you guys again. Or I guess I'm not seeing. I hope it's good for you to see me again since I can't actually see you guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm excited to have all of you guys back in class this year. It'll be fun. We'll do lots of it'll be just an extended version of what we did last year. With some really good, we've got some really good things that we'll do. There's a book that we will read that's really good and about a man who actually went through a stroke and kind of tells his version of it. We will also talk about a very ethically wrong, I don't even know what else to put it, study that was done in the 40s. So we're going to kind of go more in depth on some of the things that we already talked about last year, and then we'll talk about some new things. So anyways, I know for you guys, hopefully you guys have gotten set up on the right track, but this is only a one semester class. It's 2 periods, so it's a little more work than what we did last year as far as, it's just content wise. And then second semester, you guys will either begin the CNA class over in Commerce or do a pharmacy tech class with me as well. So that one will look a little different even than this does. So, I don't know, I'm excited, but let's just talk about class just a minute. You guys, hopefully your schools have set you up to be able to do clinical rotations. I don't know where those will be. All of that will be done with your instructor and your school, so that'll look a little different for everybody. Just remember that there's a lot of schools that are using the same places for clinical rotations, and so one of the things that can happen is if you guys if you're not careful and you don't act professional at all these places, that can potentially ruin that relationship with that company for future schools to go and do clinicals. So that can be a big problem. Just keep that in mind. We will, so basically what's going to happen is I will teach 2 to 3 days a week, and you guys will have your other 2 days to do clinicals. Typically, I try not to schedule too much that 3rd day of the week so that you guys can get your paperwork done for clinicals. A few things. One major thing that's going to look different this year is we are still going to use Gaggle. That's where you guys will be able to log in. That's where I'm going to post just our weekly lesson plans like I normally post. I will still put things in your digital locker. I'm still planning on putting most assignments online, and that may change when we get going a little bit. The biggest thing that's going to be different for you guys this year is I will not be doing any grading. All the grading will be done at each of your home campuses. So I will send the key. I will send the whatever the paper is, and I will send the key to your instructor. So they will be doing the grading. If we have a presentation or a project, I will send that rubric so they'll know how to grade. I mean, you guys know you usually get rubrics anytime we do a project. So just know that's one major thing. I think this one will help cut down on cheating. We had some issues with cheating last year. The other thing, I think it will help cut down on the late work. Late work was always an issue, grading just took up an enormous amount of my time. And so I actually at Cooper am only going to be working 2 days a week at school. I have another, I'm working from home as well. So I'm just working part-time. So this year's going to look a lot different for me, which means I need you guys to just continue to remain flexible. So it's just going to take a little adjustment time for me over the next few weeks to figure out a schedule and a routine of how to do things and make sure I get things done. So it's going to look a little different. The videos you won't be able to find the videos on that website anymore that we used to use. All of the videos will be YouTube videos. So I will have the link in your weekly, on your weekly paper, and you'll be able to go back and look at those whenever. So it will be it will go from there. So those are kind of the big major changes. Again, you guys, it'll just look a little bit different. So it'll be fun. You guys have done so well in the past. I'm not one bit worried about it. Let's look at the syllabus. I want us to go over the syllabus really quick. A lot of it is very similar to last year's syllabus. My classroom rules are the same. I expect you guys to participate. I expect you guys to have integrity. I have big expectations for you guys. So I hope your classroom teachers, they should as well. So we've got a lot to learn and a lot to do, and so you need to make sure that you use your time wisely. You guys know it doesn't take much to get behind in here. I'm hoping that we can stay on top of things a little better, since you won't be submitting your assignments to me, and that won't be such a big worried about if it actually submitted or didn't submit or whatever. We won't have to worry about that anymore. So this class, in comparison to last year's, we'll just, like I said, go into a little more depth. We do have some new information that we're going to talk about too. Clinicals is a big portion of this class. Where are we? Make sure I'm on. Your syllabus looks a little different than the one I'm looking at. Your grades, everything will just be graded according to your own school policy, like usual. Make sure you guys have a notebook or something to keep up with your studies, keep up with your PowerPoints or whatever you print off. You'll need those, at the end of the semester. Make sure you keep all of your, which you'll have them on. Well, no. This year will be different because you won't have everything online that you've finished. So make sure that you for sure hang on to your tests and any quizzes and tests that we do, because those will be what you need to use for your semester exam. Extra credit still offered for this class, same as it was last year. The extra credit paper will be in your digital locker, so that's where you'll go to look for that. And you can always submit it. It just has to be submitted the Friday before your grading period ends. So for those of you guys who have 6-week grading periods, it needs to be turned in the week of the 5th, like the Friday of the 5th week. Or if you have a 5-week grading period, it needs to be turned in the Friday of the 4th week. If you have a 9-week grading period, it needs to be turned in the Friday of the 8th week. So that's when it's due. Just know that that's always the case. So, yeah, that's how that works. As far as makeup work and late work go, you guys, that will be up to your school and the policy that you guys use there. Again, I will be totally flexible, so we'll kind of go from there. Gaggle use, you guys know how to use Gaggle already. You'll have your same password or same sign-in and everything as you did last year. You'll just see that you've been added into a new class. Now, one thing on that is just remember that everything is filtered, and anything that you say in chat or email or on an assignment or anything, it comes, if it's something that's inappropriate, it comes directly back to me. So just know that that is definitely, and I can always look at that. And I can pull up any past conversation, like even in IM chat, I can pull up a conversation from 3 months ago. So that is that. I'm going to let you guys, this week is going to be really slow, and I'm sorry for that. I hate that it will be that way, but I need it to be that way so I can put you guys kind of a week behind where my students are, and that's important just so that, so when I record in class here, I can have it for you the next week. Now, I will set up a time to be available for you guys, because I need to be available to do any kind of we can do video, and it will actually go it will look a lot like this. I'll set up a specific time once I come back to school, probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't have my schedule, I do have my schedule, but I'm not exactly sure what time is going to work best yet, but I will set up a time on those 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that I will be available for video conferencing. If you guys need something, we can do that. Okay, so just that is something that I will make available for you guys. I'll send you a link to get in on the conversation. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, one thing that I didn't do on here that I will do this year, I didn't do last year, is if you guys, because I won't be available to check my Gaggle as often as I was in the past. And so if you guys have a question about anything that's pressing, and please still use the Gaggle. I mean, if you got something that you're just like, oh, whatever, I don't know, you can use my Gaggle email. But if you have something that's pressing and you're like, I don't understand, or we need whatever, go ahead and send it to my regular school email. I mean, it's filtered too with our school's network and everything, so I'm not worried about that. But let me just give you my email. It's just KBYRD, KByrd, KBYRD at CooperISD.net. CooperISD.net. So you are welcome to, if you have questions about something, please feel free to email me at that. No, I don't want, 8,000 emails about, I mean, I'm not telling you that something that you might say is not important, but if it's something that, it's more of a pressing thing, or if it can wait until I get back on Gaggle. So that's that. Again, I'm sorry this week is going to be slow while we get going. I do want you guys, you'll be doing a presentation on the end of the week of a disease pathophysiology. So I'll let you guys work on that this week, and then we'll kind of go from there. But if you, again, any questions, please ask, and I will do my best to answer them. Just be patient with me these first few weeks as I figure out my new scheduling routine. Okay, so thank you guys. Let me know if you need something, and I will see you soon.